Every few years, a car comes along that completely rewrites the rules, and this time, it's the 2026 Honda Accord. At first glance, you might think it's just another sedan, but look closer, and you'll find features normally reserved for luxury brands tech that feels straight out of the future, and performance that challenges cars well above its class. Could this actually be the most ambitious Accord Honda has ever built? Stick with me, because by the end, you'll know whether this sedan is worth the hype. The car we're looking at today isn't just another addition to the lineup, it's the 2026 Honda Accord, the latest chapter in one of America's most trusted sedans. For decades, the Accord has been a go-to choice for families, commuters, and drivers who want that perfect balance of reliability, comfort, and value. But in 2026, Honda is aiming higher. This model isn't just about keeping up with the competition, it's about setting a new standard. With fresh design cues, upgraded tech, and a bold push into features you'd normally expect from premium brands, the Accord is stepping into a whole new league. And that's what makes this launch so important. The mid-size sedan market is shrinking under the pressure of SUVs and crossovers. So the big question is, can Honda's next-gen Accord keep sedans relevant and maybe even make them exciting again? Stick around, because in a moment, we'll break down its design, interior, performance, and everything else you need to know before deciding if this new Accord deserves a spot on your driveway. Now that we know why this launch matters, let's dive into what makes the 2026 Honda Accord so different. The first thing you'll notice is the redesigned exterior. Honda has given the Accord a sharper, more athletic look, with a wider stance, slimmer LED headlights, and a grille that feels both modern and aggressive. It's the kind of design that turns heads without trying too hard, sleek enough for city streets, but bold enough to stand out next to its rivals like the Toyota Camry or Hyundai Sonata. And if you thought sedans were getting boring, this fresh design proves otherwise. Step inside, and the transformation continues. The cabin is where Honda clearly wanted to make a statement. A massive central touchscreen, stretched seamlessly into a clean, horizontal dash, gives the interior a premium vibe usually reserved for luxury brands. Materials feel softer, the stitching more detailed, and even the ambient lighting system is customizable, so whether you're driving late at night or just cruising on a Sunday morning, the Accord adapts to your mood. But here's where things get even more interesting: the technology package. Honda has loaded this Accord with features you'd expect from cars in a much higher price bracket. We're talking about a fully digital driver display, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and an upgraded Honda Sensing Safety Suite. That means adaptive cruise, lane keeping assist, and even traffic jam assist features that make the Accord feel futuristic without overwhelming the driver. Performance is another area where Honda seems determined to raise the bar. The base engine is efficient and smooth, but it's the hybrid powertrain that steals the spotlight. Delivering more horsepower than before while sipping less fuel, the Accord Hybrid could be the sweet spot for buyers who want both punch and practicality. Early reports suggest it pushes over 45 miles per gallon in real-world driving numbers that make you question why you'd ever need an SUV. Of course, no car is perfect, and Honda knows this. Rear seat space, while generous, still lags slightly behind some competitors. And while the tech is impressive, some drivers may find the new interface takes a bit of getting used to. But here's the thing: Honda seems to have designed the Accord not just to compete, but to surprise people who may have written sedans off completely. And that brings us to one of the biggest cliffhangers in this launch: pricing. Honda has hinted at competitive starting figures, but the real question is, will they undercut rivals enough to win back SUV shoppers, or will the added tech push it closer into entry luxury territory? That's something we'll explore shortly. For now, one thing's clear: the 2026 Accord isn't just keeping the mid-size sedan alive, it's trying to make it exciting again. And in just a moment, we'll weigh its standout features against its drawbacks to see if this car truly lives up to the hype. And here's where everything comes together: the moment we stop looking at spec sheets and design details and finally see how the 2026 Honda Accord performs where it matters most, on the road. The first surprise? Responsiveness. Even in the hybrid trim, the Accord doesn't feel sluggish or reserved. Tap the accelerator, and there's an immediate, confident surge of power enough to make merging onto the highway or overtaking effortless. It's not a sports car, but the balance between power and efficiency is sharper than ever. Then there's the ride quality. Honda has clearly tuned the suspension to strike a rare sweet spot, firm enough to give you confidence through corners, but forgiving enough to smooth out potholes and rough pavement. On winding back roads, the steering feels precise and connected, almost like Honda wanted to remind us why sedans can still be fun. Inside, things only get better. The cabin stays remarkably quiet, even at higher speeds, and that hybrid system slips between gas and electric power so seamlessly that most drivers won't even notice the transition. It feels polished. Premium. Almost unexpected from a car that's supposed to be about practicality first. But here's the real shocker: During real-world testing, the Accord's hybrid system not only matched its claimed efficiency, it actually exceeded it in certain conditions, pushing closer to 50 mpg. That's the kind of number that doesn't just compete with rivals, it embarrasses them. Of course, there are limits. Push the Accord too hard, and you'll feel the engine working overtime. And for driving purists, the continuously variable transmission may dull some of the excitement. But for 95% of drivers, this trade-off is well worth the payoff. So the question becomes, if Honda can deliver this level of refinement, efficiency, and driving confidence in a sedan at a price that undercuts premium competitors, why would you even look at anything else? So after spending time with the 2026 Honda Accord, the verdict is clear. This isn't just another refresh, it's a statement. Honda has taken a car that was already known for reliability and practicality and injected it with a level of design, technology, and efficiency that makes it genuinely exciting again. Let's recap the highlights. Standout design that finally gives the Accord some road presence. Premium interior touches that feel a step above its price class. Hybrid performance that blends punchy acceleration with near 50 mpg efficiency. Refined driving dynamics that remind us why sedans can still be fun. Of course, there are trade-offs. Rear seat space, while solid, isn't best in class. The infotainment system, as feature-packed as it is, has a learning curve. And if you're chasing raw power, the CVT won't thrill you. But those drawbacks don't overshadow what Honda has achieved here. They just remind us who this car is really built for. And that's the key. The new Accord is perfect for buyers who want an everyday car that feels anything but ordinary. Families will appreciate the safety tech, commuters will love the efficiency, and drivers who still care about how a car feels will be pleasantly surprised by its balance. In the bigger picture, the 2026 Accord may even mark a turning point for the sedan segment. At a time when SUVs dominate the market, Honda is proving that sedans can still be relevant by being smarter, sharper, and more efficient than ever. So here's the big question. If Honda can deliver this much value in a mid-size sedan, does it make you rethink the SUV craze? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear whether you think the new Accord is enough to put sedans back on top. And if you found this review helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth car reviews, and join the conversation. Because the future of driving is changing, and together, we'll be here to explore every step of it.